As we roll on to Wednesday of the state softball tournament in Fort Dodge, we begin the 4A bracket today with an elimination game. The home team, Fort Dodge, takes on North Polk in a win-or-go-home clash in Class 4A. Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Channel Seeds Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge. This is the 2026 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Allie Kappert, I'm Noah Wolf. It's a pleasure to have you with us on this Wednesday morning in Fort Dodge here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. And Allie, an elimination game to kick off the day. Championship game in this bracket is tomorrow night. A lot of excitement here in Fort Dodge, and this should be an exciting matchup.
Very excited for this matchup. Two teams who have been here before. They have experience on this field. We can expect a great game this morning.
It's North Polk and Fort Dodge here in Class 4A at the Channel Seeds Field. As the starting lineups are introduced on the field, we will send it down to the field for the introductions.
The North Polk Comets, here's your non-starters. Number 10, Jillian Jetman. Number 11, Olivia Borman. Number 17, Reese Connors. Number 18, Izzy Lima. Number 21, Amelia Kelsick. And number 25, Janie Zosky. Your assistant coaches, Brady Bauman, Maddie Pospashil, and Rachel Slaughter. Here's your starting lineup for the Comets of North Polk. Leading off, playing center field, number 1, Maddie Cleaver. Batting second in left field, number 2, Ava Kadelka. Batting third at shortstop, number 19, Alex Mulkey. Cleanup hitter for the Comets. Doing the catching, number 7, Audrey Lucas. Batting fifth at third base, number 3, Harper Lincoln. Batting sixth at first base, number 14, Tessa Dillinger. Batting seventh, designated player number 23, Reese Smithy. Batting eighth in right field, number 6, Leah Muth. Batting in the ninth position at second base, number 13, Ava Fieland. And your flex player doing the pitching, number 20, Mallory Bird. Head coach for the Comets, Abby Ostendorf. And now let's meet the Fort Dodge Dodgers here in non-starters. Number 6, Cindy Carver. Number 7, Riley O'Brien. Number 10, Brooklyn Gilliland. Number 13, Kinsley Nelson. Number 14, Rylan Hewitt. Number 15, Carson Porter. Number 16, Ava Greiner. Number 17, Jocelyn Bishop. Number 19, Tori Jakeman. And number 20, Allison Beatty. Your assistant coaches, Nick Vinson, Roger Porter, and Brianne Dries. Now here's your starting lineups for the Dodgers of Fort Dodge. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 1, Hope Allstott. Batting second in center field, number 3, Taryn Rippentrop. Batting third, doing the catching, number 11, Ellie Doster. Cleanup hitter for the Dodgers, designated player number 18, Grace Nichols. Batting fifth at third base, number 2, Macy Wills. Batting sixth at first base, number 5, Callie Zimmerman. Batting seventh, doing the pitching, number 8, Aubrey Allstott. Batting eighth in left field, number 4, Meg Marsh. And batting in the ninth position at second base, number 12, Emerson Lara. And your flex player in right field, number 9, Melina Meyer. Head coach for the Dodgers, Andy Adams. Now fans, if you please turn to the home plate area as I introduce your umpires for this 4A contest as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Dan Miller. At third base, J.D. Hugestraat. And calling the balls and strikes this morning, Jordan Hill. All right, who's ready for more state tournament softball?
You're watching 2026 Girls State Tournament Softball presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. As sole title of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to champion our youth and all they have to offer Iowa's future. We take a look now at our Sioux Cup stat comparison. What jumps out to you here, Allie?
I tell you what, both these teams, like I've said, these teams have been mainstays in this state tournament. They have experience on this field. Everything they've done has led up to this, and what really sticks out to me, batting average against in the circle, both these teams do not give up a lot of hits, only 2.2 and 2.8 runs against both of these teams. So it's going to be tough for these teams to get runs across home plate against who they have in the circle. So I expect a fun matchup and very fast pace. Both these teams would play with very high energy.
The home team Dodgers taking the field right now, home both on the scoreboard and in spirit. I mean, they're playing at their home stadium here in Fort Dodge. It's Aubrey Allstott in the circle for the home team. Comes in to today at 23-2. She has taken both a win and a loss in state tournament action thus far. A 1.91 ERA. After game one, 1.86 ERA coming into the state tournament with 95 strikeouts. She makes her 34th appearance, her 30th start of the season. She is the workhorse for Fort Dodge. Real reason that they are off to such a great start this year, or had such a great finish as well. A 39-5 record coming in. Tied for the best winning percentage in the regular season in school history. A Fort Dodge team playing at home and looking to return to the state championship, which they won back in 2021 at the 5A level. And here at 4A,
Ready for the action. Leading off for the Comets of North Polk.
taking on
Number 1, Maddie Cleaver.
a North Polk team that was the 7 seed coming in, dropped their first game to Carlisle. Both of these teams have lost to Carlisle, and the winner of this game will have to rematch Carlisle, and will have to beat them twice if they want to make the state championship game. First pitch is a strike, and we are underway as Maddie Cleaver stands in for North Polk.
I know both of these teams have it on their mind. Make it a long day of softball. It's going to be a gorgeous day, not too hot. Definitely able to play 3 games if they have to today.
This one flied out to left field. Ranging into foul ground is Meg Marsh. She makes the catch for out number 1.
Meg Marsh with the catch for out number 1. That'll bring to the plate left fielder number 2, Ava Kadelka.
Ava Kadelka next up for North Polk. And that's the interesting thing about this new format, the double elimination. The winner of this game will keep playing. The loser will go home as the first pitch to Kadelka is grounded back to Allstott. Nice play, and she flips it to Callie Zimmerman for out number 2.
Allstott with the throw. Over to Zimmerman for out number 2.
Alex Mulkey due up now. But you mentioned you've got to make it a long day of softball. If this team, whichever team wins this game, is to make it to the state championship game, it will be because they have won 3 games today. Not just played, but won. They need to win them all. Fly out to left field. Marsh again ranges to the line and makes the grab, and Aubrey Allstott spins a 1-2-3 first inning. We go to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's North Polk 0, Fort Dodge coming up.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless between North Polk and Fort Dodge in this elimination game at Channel Seeds Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge. And as we get ready to welcome the Fort Dodgers to the plate, it's an offense, Allie, that looks to me like they want to cause chaos out there.
Fort Dodge has always been a team, and that it starts with their leadership. They play with grit. They are a team. They are going to earn everything they do. I mean, they're very heads up on the base pass, very aggressive when they play, very high energy. Always a fun team to watch at the state tournament.
Mallory Bird throwing for North Polk. The right-hander winds and delivers, and the first pitch is just downstairs to Hope Allstott.
Now, for North Polk this year, it was a big question mark of who was going to take over in the circle. Last year, North Polk, obviously with Ava Husak, really ran the show in the circle for this North Polk Comets team. And it was a question mark coming into the season who was going to step up into that role. And Mallory Bird, taking the bulk of the innings, has done a really nice job. Below 3 ERA coming into the state tournament. She has kept this team very, very competitive.
Fly ball shallow right field. It's Maylena Meyer that calls off the infielder Emerson Lara. It's Leah Muth that makes the catch, calling off Ava Fjelland, the second baseman, for out number 1. Taryn Rippentrop next up for Fort Dodge. Yeah, Mallory Bird has definitely been the workhorse for Carlisle for North Polk this season. I was trying to read their jersey. And it says Comets, not Carlisle.
Lot of red, white, and black here left in this 4A tournament. All 5 remaining teams are red.
Yeah.
So if red's your favorite color, watch the 4A state
is your favorite bracket. Rippentrop swings and misses 1-1 on the left-handed hitter. Center fielder so far in this tournament, 3 for 7 with 3 runs scored and 3 stolen bases. And tries to bunt. Gets a beautiful bunt down the third base line. No chance at first base. You are not going to see a much better bunt than that off the bat of Taryn Rippentrop.
Absolutely perfectly executed. You could see the spin on that ball from all the way up here in the press box and able to keep that just in fair territory.
3 bags in this state tournament. The pitch. Bunt pulled back by Ellie Doster. So Fort Dodge may try to move the runner with the sacrifice. Here's a line drive up the middle. It's down for a base hit and gets past the glove of Maddie Cleaver, rolls to the wall. Stopping at third. And now a runner in a rundown, but nobody covering first. So Doster able to scamper back to first base. Rippentrop stops at third. And call it a long single for Ellie Doster.
A really, really well-hit ball out into center field. And Fort Dodge, earlier this week, 12 runs in a game, 12 singles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're a team. They're playing base-to-base softball. Everything they're doing is working to be aggressive on the base paths and really just beat you with their energy. That's something kind of the MO of Fort Dodge throughout the years is they're going to be a high-energy team, and you have to match that energy when you play against them.
Brooklyn Gilliland comes in to run at first base as a courtesy runner, and North Polk wants to talk things over. Head coach Addie Ostendorf out there, pitching coach Brady Bowman as well.
And first
Just
and third.
to get this North Polk team settled.
And I would imagine having a conversation here about this first and third situation. 1 out, so definitely a position you imagine Fort Dodge is going to be moving.
Grace Nichols, the batter. Sophomore DP for this Fort Dodge team. The pitch is bunted in front of home plate. Play at the plate. Tag applied. Out. Nobody covering third. And Gilliland wisely advances to third on the play, but North Polk executes the bunt defense beautifully. Lincoln to Lucas, 5-2. Nichols reaches on fielder's choice.
Perfect defense. I tell you what, I mean, that was a well-placed bunt for the squeeze play. Right away, first pitch, Fort Dodge trying to manufacture the run. North Polk ready for it. And Harper Lincoln at third base, only a freshman. She was here state tournament last year as an 8th grader. So that's something to keep in mind. A lot of these players, while they're still young, a lot of them have 1 year of a state tournament under their belt already.
Melina Meyer is running at first base, the flex player, able to swap with the DP. Macy Wills coming in for Fort Dodge. Still runners on the corners, but now 2 down. The pitch to Wills. She shows bunt, pulls it back. Throw goes to the middle of the infield. And that North Polk is able to hold the Fort Dodge runner at third. Brooklyn Gilliland has to stay put. Meyer takes second on the stolen base. Wills takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Two runners in scoring position for Fort Dodge as they look to strike first in this elimination game. North Polk delivers. That ball hits the batter in the box. Foul ball.
I was going to say, tough to tell from our angle. That had a weird spin off the bat.
Home plate umpire Jordan Hill immediately makes the call. Mallory Bird has allowed some traffic on the base paths. Her defense has held up behind her. That one misses outside. It's 2-2.
Good work behind the plate by Audrey Lucas. Moving out, dropping down to her knees, block that ball, keep the runners in place.
2-2 to number 2 is cut on and fouled off back behind home plate. And it remains 2-2.
And a good battle here. Big moment in this game. It's early, but Mallory Bird looking to find strike 3.
Weak ground ball to the right side. Fjelland picks it up and throws out Wills. Couple of base runners for Fort Dodge, but they are unable to score. And we go to the second, still scoreless.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
4, 5, and 6 due up for North Polk in the top of the second inning. Lucas Lincoln Dillinger to bat against Aubrey Allstott, who spun a very quick 1-2-3 inning. I wasn't counting pitches, but it couldn't have been more than 5 in that first frame.
And I tell you what, just what I love about the pitchers in this game, they're going to throw to contact. They're going to let their defense work, and so far the defense has been very, very solid behind both of them. Fort Dodge's home half of the inning, though, or excuse me, the top half of the first Fort Dodge on defense, they worked fast.
Right. We're talking about the long day of softball that it could be. Certainly made shorter if your pitchers are going to work that quickly, but the winner of this game wants to be playing 2 more games today in their quest to reach the state championship game, which is tomorrow night. And I suppose they figure, well, the championship game's not till 7:30 tomorrow night, so we'll have all day tomorrow to rest.
Plenty of time to rest.
Audrey Lucas, the left-handed hitting catcher for North Polk, awaits the delivery from Allstott. Floats below the zone for ball 1.
I like to see Allstott's starting with the off-speed pitch there. I mean, she didn't throw many pitches at all in the top half of the first inning. Really the first time we've seen her mix any off-speed into the arsenal.
That one laced foul down the right field line. Allstott goes back to the hard stuff, but Lucas is out in front of it. One on the way. Breaks and misses high.
Back to that off speed. The second pitch of this at bat, Lucas was out ahead of the fast stuff, so going off speed, trying to get her out on that front foot. Good hold by Audrey Lucas at the plate.
The wind in the 2-1 is low and outside. Hitters count here for Lucas. North Polk went down in order in the first inning. And I think Lucas has seen more pitches in this at-bat than North Polk saw through 3 batters. "3-1 is waved at and missed. Allstott works it back full. Payoff pitch. Line drive foul down the right field line.
Audrey Lucas right now just way out ahead of the pitch, pulling everything sharply down the right field line. Really nice swing on the ball.
She definitely has some power in her bat. Has driven in 41 runs coming into the state tournament. 12 doubles, 6 homers. And she watches that one for ball 4. North Polk has a base runner for the first time today.
That'll bring up third baseman number 3, Harper Lincoln.
Harper Lincoln will be the batter. The pitch is bunted back towards Allstott. She comes out of the circle to field it. Long throw to first is in time.
Nice sacrifice bunt by Harper Lincoln. Well executed all around by both teams. Gets the job done. Runner Audrey Lucas over to second.
So runner in scoring position now for North Polk. Tessa Dillinger, the first baseman, stands in. Her one hit this state tournament, a double. First one in there for a strike. Next offering is low and outside. Doster deals with it. Aubrey Allstott has been a real force to be reckoned with in the circle for Fort Dodge this season.
And Dillinger, the senior, going to play Minnesota Crookston next year. Comes from long line of a softball family. Nice play on the left side of the field. Cutting
Great
down the
heads-up
lead
play
runner.
by Hope Allstott, the shortstop. And not only did you have to be heads up there, but you had to be quick.
Right.
And both Allstott and Wills were right on the money there.
Yeah, and that's a play. You're exactly right. You have to be spot on to get that out. Not a force out. Need the tag to be perfect. Needed the throw to be right down at the base. And well executed by Fort Dodge in the infield.
Reese Smithy looks for her first hit of the state tournament with a runner on first and 2 down. First pitch in there for a strike. Allstott with a sub-2 ERA this season. Less than 1 walk plus hit per innings pitched. 0-1 pitch is roped foul down the left field line. Perhaps the most impressive thing that Aubrey Allstott has done this year is what she did in regional play. 2 regional games for Fort Dodge. She pitched every inning, did not give up a hit. Had a perfect game and a no-hitter.
Wow.
In regional play.
Wow. Very impressive.
Her 0-2 is chopped foul again.
Incredible work in the circle, but how about the offense as well in those 2 games combined for 28 runs?
That'll get the job done.
Yes.
Only needed 1 per game.
Only needed 1. Went ahead, needed 2 total, got 28 total.
Yeah. Another 0-2. Just misses the high outside corner. Good idea by Allstott changing speeds, but just missed the zone.
And you talk about Fort Dodge's regular season, really the best that they've had as a program. And they came into this tournament as the 3 seed. This 4A bracket just so strong.
Pop up to Hope Allstott, the shortstop, who makes the catch and retires the side. A little bit of traffic on the North Polk bases, but no damage as we head to the bottom of the second.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Home half of the second inning. Fort Dodge back to the dish. They'll send their 6, 7, and 8 hitters to the plate against Mallory Bird. And, Allie, I mentioned at the start of the broadcast that this is a Fort Dodge team that wants to put a lot of runners on base and then cause chaos. Stolen bases, sacrifice bunts, squeeze plays. We saw it all in that first inning as Zimmerman checks her swing and does not go, ball one. But North Polk did very well at dealing with the chaos that Fort Dodge was trying to cause.
And that's exactly how you handle this Fort Dodge team. If you're able to stay calm through the storm, through the chaos, and make the basic play, you're going to do okay. You're going to do just fine against them. And that's the big thing. North Polk did extremely well that first inning. The squeeze play, perfect play at home. And Mallory Bird just working through the inning. She didn't let the runners on base phase her and got out with no runs scored.
2-0 to Zimmerman. Wave and a miss. Good off-speed pitch there from Bird. Two-one pitch. Popped foul. And out of play. And Bird right back in the count at 2-2. There go the boys chasing after the softball. They know what's ahead for them. Free piece of candy. That would be the move as the younger brother at this tournament.
Oh yeah.
2-2. Ground ball. It is off the diving glove of Fieland at second base. And into right field, Callie Zimmerman with a leadoff single here in the second inning.
And Fort Dodge, once again, runner on base to start the inning. And she is going. Zimmerman at first base goes double sliding mitt. First base coach over there has to put on her mitts. I don't know if I've seen the double sliding.
Double mitt, that's crazy. Bunt attempt is bunted through for a strike, but running anyway is Zimmerman, and she doesn't even use the sliding mitt. She goes with the feet first slide into second base.
It's one of those things. If you're double sliding mitt, you got an itch or something like that, you're you're stuck. You are stuck.
0-1 pitch is outside. So now runner in scoring position here again for Fort Dodge. They waste no time in moving runners. One is off the end of the bat, foul.
Alstott way out ahead of that off-speed pitch by Bird.
You go back to the off-speed then?
I would. You're ahead in the count. You have a pitch you can waste.
She does, and it's hit on the ground left side. Nice sliding stop by Mulkey at short to keep it on the infield and keep that runner at third base. Zimmerman has to dive back into the bag. There's where the sliding mitts come in handy. Alstott aboard with a single.
Base hit by Alstott. Zimmerman moves to third.
And she'll get her courtesy runner. well earned after that at bat.
Riley O'Brien to run at first base. And Meg Marsh to the dish. Hitless so far in this state tournament in 3 at-bats. Has driven in a run. If she can do the same here, she will give Fort Dodge the lead.
First inning, North Polk was able to work out of this jam. I mean, but if you're Fort Dodge right now, keep getting runners on base. They're going to start moving.
Marsh pulls back the squeeze attempt. O'Brien steals second. So now 2 in scoring position. North Polk still anticipating a squeeze play here. They've got the corners pinched. Marsh looks like she's swinging away and takes a strike. 1-1.
I think North Polk might just have their defense playing in a step or two, seeing if they can't cut off that runner at home. They know how valuable a single run can be in this game.
1-1 pitch. Marsh does swing away and misses at a nice pitch on the outside corner.
Mallory Bird right now is doing a really nice job mixing it up on these Fort Dodge hitters. That one off the plate outside, able to get the chase.
1-2. Ground ball, diving stop at first, and Dillinger will tag out the runner. She knew she didn't have a play at home. It's an RBI ground out for Meg Marsh as Zimmerman comes in to score. It's 1-0 Fort Dodge.
And the smart play was made there by Tessa Dillinger. I mean, really nothing she could do in that situation. They're going to ask to see if possibly an obstruction call there, but base runner just stopped right in front of her, so unable to make that throw home.
I think this would be a difficult one to rule obstruction on from my personal perspective, just because she's running to first base. That's her right to do so. And even if she were obstructing in some way, there wouldn't have been a play at the plate.
She didn't make contact with her. She stopped.
Right. Yep.
She stopped in the base path. You're allowed to stop in the base path.
And there has to be some sort of play that you're obstructing. I think even if there's no base runner in that situation, Dillinger pops up, throws home, I still don't think there's a play. O'Brien moves to third on the play. 1 out, and the batter is Emerson Lara.
Regardless, though, well played by Tessa Dillinger at first base. I mean, that was the smart out to get. You want to make sure you're leaving that play with at least 1 out. Still early in this game. Count on your offense to put up at least 2.
1-0 pitch is bunted and foul.
Great effort behind the plate. Audrey Lucas going for the diving grab.
She laid out. But it drops in foul ground.
Very agile for a catcher to be able to do that. Just jump up and dive straight forward.
1-1 pitch. Outside. Lara, a spark plug at the bottom of the order for Fort Dodge. 41 runs scored, 27 driven in. 2-1 pitch.
If you have that hitter to just be a second leadoff, I mean, that is so important. We see it all the time now in softball, having that 9-hitter serve as a second leadoff hitter. That's exactly what she's done throughout this season. Get her on base and let the top of the order move her around.
3-1 is bunted in front of home plate, and they've got a pickle at third. Throw goes to third, tag applied, runner is out, throw to second, and another rundown, but the ball is dropped, and Lara will scurry back to first base. But a great defensive play by North Polk, score at 2-5 on the putout of Riley O'Brien.
How about this defense, North Polk?
It's impressive, really impressive.
like you said, Fort Dodge thrives on chaos, and they have done everything right to cause chaos. And North Polk just hasn't let it happen so far. Very impressive. Audrey Lucas behind the plate.
First pitch misses outside. They call the catcher the captain of the defense. And you don't get a lot of live ball chances to field when you're the catcher, but Lucas has shown off in those instances. Hard hit ball up the third baseline. Base hit Hope Allstott. Fort Dodge goes base to base as Lara stops at second. Allstott aboard with a single.
And right now, bottom of the second inning, Fort Dodge, 5 hits, only 1 run to show for that. And that's all credit to North Polk and their ability to cut down runners at home and at third in these last 2 innings. And the MO for Fort Dodge right now has to be, hey, we're just going to keep doing it. At some point, we're going to push some runs across. And they just have to stick with their game plan right now. They're getting runners on base. At some point, the mistakes are going to happen. The chaos is going to happen.
Rippentrop thought about the bunt there, pulls it back, and now Andy Adams is going to have a conversation with both runners, Lara and Allstott. Rippentrop, the batter, as well as the on-deck batter, Ellie Doster. Something tells me that this conversation might be, I did not put the bunt sign on.
Definitely not scared to put a bunt sign on.
No.
2 outs, no outs, 1 out, whatever the situation may be. But, no, I mean, this part of the lineup, Taryn Rippentrop up at the plate, Doster on deck. This is the heart of this Fort Dodge lineup.
Rippentrop certainly a batter that can bunt for a hit as well. She's got the speed.
And you could see her there before approaching the plate. She's just reading her defense right now.
She hits this one high in the air, left side. Mulkey over to make the catch for out number 3. Fort Dodge gets a run on 3 hits in the inning. RBI ground out for Meg Marsh, and the Dodgers have the lead.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
1-0 Fort Dodge after 2 full innings here at Channel Seeds Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa, alongside state champion first baseman Allie Kappert. I'm Noel Wolf. It's a pleasure to have you with us on this beautiful Wednesday morning. You really could not draw up a better day for state tournament softball, and you don't get a lot of days like this in late July in Iowa. Both the bicyclists that are working their way across the state and the softball players that are competing for a championship, very grateful for the weather today.
This morning, driving up Interstate 35, went right across the Ragbri route. It was pretty cool to see the bikers stopping on the overpass, taking pictures of the interstate, kind of their halfway point of their bike ride. So pretty cool to see both events just in the morning so far. So neat to see, great weather for it. And first year of this double elimination bracket, And you have to imagine, whether it be here in the 4A class or 1A through 5A, there's going to be a team that makes a run today.
Yeah.
And they have the perfect day for it, and I am so excited to see how that shakes out.
Leah Muth, the batter, takes high. It's 1-1.
When you switch to a format like this, there's always the question of, okay, what if it's a rainy week?
Right.
What if it's all week, it's 110? You know, what are we going to do in those situations? And it's just been perfect.
Macy Wills makes the routine play to retire Leah Muth. And that'll bring up Ava Fjelland. I had a friend from out of state ask me, why does Iowa high school football play their state championships at the Unidome? Like, his example, he's from Wisconsin and he's in North Carolina. And as the pitch comes into Fjelland, it's bunted up the first base line. It hits the batter, and she is out. Score that 2 unassisted as Ellie Doster, the closest fielder to the play.
And that's where it's tough as the left-handed hitter. I mean, you're working your way out of the box. I mean, for any hitter, right-handed or left-handed, you're working way out of the box, trying to run towards first base. And, I mean, that slight movement forward, if you're out of the box, that is an out.
And Addie Ostendorf, the North Polk head coach, asked for clarification. And the umpire crew gets together and confirms the call. I'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Maddie Cleaver, with the bases empty and 2 down. North Polk still looking for its first hit today against a very good pitcher in Aubrey Allstott. Cleaver flew out to left field her first time. First pitch to her is roped foul up the first base line. But so this friend of mine has spent time in Wisconsin, from North Carolina. He's like, in North Carolina they play at UNC's football field. In Wisconsin they play at Camp Randall, where the Badgers play. Like, why are they not playing at Jack Trice Stadium or at Kinnick Stadium? And I said, well, first of all, the Unidome has enough seats, so it's not like you need the 70,000 seats of one of those two stadiums. So one pitch is lined into left field, caught by by Meg Marsh for out number 3. But I said the other reason is you're never going to have a weather delay at the Unidome. 3 up, 3 down, go the Comets in the third. Bottom of the third next, still 1-0 Fort Dodge.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Heart of the Fort Dodge order due up in the bottom of the third. Dodgers looking to add to a 1-0 lead. It'll be Doster, Nichols, and Wills due up against Mallory Bird, who has surrendered 5 hits, but they've all been singles. He's given up a little bit of hard contact, but not much, and has done well at getting out of the jams that she's been in, thanks to her pitching and certainly the Comets defense.
Comets defense has played awesome so far in this game. They've dealt with some madness on the bases, and they have stayed calm, cool, collected. I tell you what, though, this inning, they are hoping to settle this game in. Right now, Fort Dodge only up 1-0, but you just feel like all the momentum is on their side right now. So for North Polk, they want to see a quick inning here in the bottom half of the third.
Ellie Doster, perhaps the most threatening hitter in this Fort Dodge lineup. Faces a 2-0 count. The pitch is outside. Can't blame Mallory Bird for not wanting to see much of the strike zone against Doster.
Wants to be competitive, but not too close.
Yeah. And I have a feeling that Doster has the green light at all times. 3-0 is outside for ball 4.
Doster was up there, toes on the line. She was hoping for something just somewhat close to the plate.
Doster will check out for Brooklyn Gilliland, the courtesy runner. Fort Dodge has a runner on base, so watch out for bunts, watch out for steals.
The playbook is open.
Yep.
Over the years, I've gotten to know head coach Andy Adams for Fort Dodge. Absolutely love anytime I get the chance to talk to her. Just the fire that she coaches with, just such a passion for the game. And she is so knowledgeable about it. And like I say, it's the playbook is open. It's almost like a football coach with their playbook. And you don't see that a ton in high school softball. Just her knowledge of the game just far surpasses just so many other games that we see.
Nichols looks to be swinging away, and she takes a strike.
And for Coach Adams, a fun year this year watching some college ball. Obviously, Jalen, her daughter, finishing her career out at Arizona. Incredible career.
Miss. Arizona was a fun team to watch this year.
Yes.
In large part due to Jalen Adams. Nichols takes outside. The playbook is open, and sometimes that means let's see what the batter can do.
Yeah, keep it simple sometimes. Nothing wrong with that. Heart of your lineup's up.
One-two is hit high in the air, right field. Muth makes the catch.
So that extremely important, unproductive out. North Polk able to keep that runner at first, get the first out of this inning.
Number 13, Emery Miller, pinch running for Logan Magnolia. Now batting third baseman Macy Wills.
Macy Wills, the batter now, 0 for 1 today, a ground out in the first inning. Pitch to her. She pulls back a bunt attempt as the pitch misses high. One-0 is fouled back to the screen. Gave a little scare to the fans in the front row. Hit off the railing.
Can't blame them. They're the heart of this Fort Dodge lineup. I mean, you look at their numbers from the season, so impressive. Several of them well above that 400 batting average. I mean, it's an impressive lineup when the heart of your lineup is above a 300 batting average. They're sitting there in the 4 and even 500 range.
1-1 pitch, bunted in front of home plate. The pitcher throws to first, not in time. Back to second, also not in time. Macy Wills gets a bunt single. Gilliland to second.
Wills save at first on the bunt single. Gilliland moves to second.
And anyway on
Bring up first baseman Callie Zimmerman.
and get the double sliding mitt.
This is a different player than the previous one that had the double sliding mitt, right?
I wonder how many sliding mitts Coach has over there.
And
how does he know whose is who? Or are we just like, we're sharing sliding mitts?
Ground ball right side. Fjellin to Mulkey for one, over to first, not in time. Throw goes home, tag applied, she is out.
Technically a double play, but if we could add a fourth out, we had a triple play.
Regardless of how you slice it, Fort Dodge goes down without scoring I was incorrect. They did call the out at first, so that play at the plate was irrelevant, but all three were out. We head to the top of the fourth, still 1-0 Fort Dodge.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Top of the fourth inning, a pitcher's duel for sure to begin our day on Channel Seeds Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa. This is the 2026 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Now, I'd love to see North Polk take that momentum from that big play on defense, bring it to offense, get some base runners on, and get the offense moving.
First pitch to Ava Kadelka is a strike. North Polk is not only scoreless today, but hitless through 3 innings against Aubrey Allstott, the sophomore pitcher who has been lighting it up all season for Fort Dodge. North Polk was very aggressive in that first inning, often swinging at the first pitch. They've been taking more pitches since then. But Allstott's finding the zone.
Nice off-speed pitch by Allstott there. Catches the outside corner of the plate. She's dealing right now.
She delivers the 1-2. Ground ball to third. Gloved by Wills over to Zimmerman for out number 1.
Wills over to Zimmerman for out number 1. That'll bring up shortstop Alex Mulkey.
Alex Mulkey, the batter. North Polk still looking for its first hit today. The pitch. Popped up on the infield. Right side foul ground. Diving effort, Callie Zimmerman, but she's unable to get it.
And Zimmerman just laid all out for that. She almost had it. Great effort at first base.
Mulkey stays alive. 2 for 3 in the state tournament so far. The number 3 hitter for North Polk and the shortstop for the Comets. Here's another pop-up right side. This will stay in fair territory. Emerson Lara settles underneath it for the second out.
Emerson Lara with the catch for number 2.
North Polk still looking for its first hit. They've had just one base runner. Leadoff walk in the second inning. That was Lucas, the last batter to reach. And the only batter to reach. Walked, reached second on a sacrifice bunt, and then was cut down at third on a ground ball. She will bunt it here, and I thought that hit her in the field of play. Regardless, it'll roll foul.
Okay, third base umpire has it over here. I was going to say she took a couple steps, and you could see the way the ball took off. She kicked it.
Yeah, so the home plate umpire, Jordan Hill, didn't have the angle, but J.D. Hugestrat at third did. And I believe that rather than being a foul ball for strike 1, this is going to be out number 3. It is.
Yeah, and that is the correct call. I was going to say that ball just took off of her foot.
Another 1-2-3 inning for Aubrey Allstott in the fourth. Still 1-0 Dodgers.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Looks like another perfect day to get out there and enjoy the summer.
Oh, before she gets in the car, it's easy to choose.
Iowa State Fair, August 13th through the 23rd.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is 1-0 Fort Dodge. A thriller of a pitcher's duel so far. Thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament. As sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the field and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. It's 7-8-9 for Fort Dodge. Aubrey Allstott, the pitcher, leads things off for the Dodgers. But we need a new catcher's mitt, maybe?
Hair tie.
Hair tie.
Oh,
no.
Nope, pitch call.
Caller.
Pitch call, watch.
Okay.
Darn technology.
Yeah. Yeah, now that MLB has cleaned some things up with the pitch clock and other rules aimed at enhancing pace of play, the main delays when you're watching a Major League Baseball game are fixing the technology.
Well, I tell you what, how many Iowa State games did you and I call this year where we had to pause for a broken watch or switching out a watch? And so, it's definitely a noticeable thing in today's game.
Pitch to Allstott, hit high in the air, deep left field. Kudelka tracking back. It is gone. Aubrey Allstott helps her own cause and leaves the yard for Fort Dodge.
That ball, an absolute shot off the bat of Aubrey Allstott. No doubter. No win today. It didn't matter if the wind was blowing in 50 miles an hour. That ball was going over the left field wall.
The sophomore pitcher hits her first home run of the season. Didn't pick a bad time to do it, did she?
No, that's huge. The insurance run in this game. North Polk's defense is playing so well in cutting down runners when they are getting on base. The one way you can beat good defense, hit it over the fence.
Yeah, the old adage is hit it where they ain't. I know one place they ain't.
Hit it where the fans are.
Yeah. 0-1 is waved at and missed by Meg Marsh, and it's 0-2. What a time for your first home run of the season. 0-2 pitch outside. Marsh had the first RBI of the game for Fort Dodge as that pitch misses outside. Hit a ground ball to the right side, which scored the runner from third back in the second inning. And at that point, that was the difference up until that home run by Allstott. Here's a ground ball to the left side. It eats up Lincoln and lands in fair territory. Marsh is aboard on what is likely an error on the third baseman.
And Lincoln just got her feet set going for the backhand towards the third base line. And that ball takes a hop on her.
And another chance here for the North Polk coaching staff to come out and just calm things down.
And the situation's starting to feel a little bit more dire, I would say. Fort Dodge now does have an insurance run up on the board. North Polk having the conversation there really can't allow any more at this point, because right now, offensively for North Polk, they don't have any hits on this game. I mean, no hitter on the other side of the field. So it is something they're going to have to be lights out here defensively.
Runner on first, nobody out for Fort Dodge. Emerson Lara, the batter. And she squares to bunt, bunts it foul. Nice hands. Jordan Hill, home plate umpire.
Heads up play.
A 1 is bunted foul again. Dillinger tried to dive and make the play in foul territory. Now 2 strikes on Lara. Bunt sign still on here.
I'm having her swing away here.
0-2. She does not show bunt. Pitch misses low and out.
I mean, I wouldn't take it out of the cards if I'm Fort Dodge. I mean, I bet they've definitely done it throughout this season, bunting with 2 strikes. But in this situation, you're up by 2 runs. I'd love to see her hit away.
Lara swings and misses for strike 3. Throw to second base is off the glove of Alex Mulkey. Would have been late regardless. But Lara strikes out. First strikeout of the day for Mallory Bird.
But by swinging through that pitch, the objective of moving the runner is done.
Yep.
So runner is advanced now with 1 out.
Top of the order in Hope Allstott to the dish for Fort Dodge. 1 for 2 today. 3 hits in this state tournament. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. It's an elimination game between Fort Dodge and North Polk. Both of these teams have a loss to Carlisle on this bottom half of the 4A bracket. 1-0 pitch. Bounces in front of home plate and blocked well by Audrey Lucas. She kind of squeezed it between her arm and her torso.
Kept
and was able to keep it in front, absolutely.
Now, I can tell you for sure this hasn't happened this school season, being that was Aubrey Allstott's first home run. I wonder if the Allstott sisters have ever both hit a home run in the same inning.
It's very possible. I mean, are you going back to travel ball?
Well, it clearly didn't happen this season, because that was Aubrey's first of the season.
Yep.
But definitely possible.
Two-one pitch is hit on the ground to third.
Nice
Player
play.
looks back the runner. Now the throw to third is in time. Lincoln to Dillinger to Mulkey. 5-3-6 on the double play. And North Polk gets out of the inning and erases the threat. A run scores for Fort Dodge on the solo blast by Aubrey Allstott. 2-0 Dodgers heading to the 5th.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
We head to the 5th inning at Channel Seeds Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge. Elimination game in the 5A bracket, and while in the 4A bracket, and while all of the momentum seems to be going Fort Dodge's way, North Polk only trails by 2 runs. This is still anybody's ball game. The Comets just need some offense to get going here in the 5th inning.
The Comets have been so solid defensively. I mean, they have been fun to watch. The plays they are making defensively, they just need to find a way, get that momentum, get that confidence here at the plate now late in the game.
Aubrey Allstott has already thrown 2 no-hitters in postseason play. She is not allowed to hit today. And she has a solo home run to her name, by the way. Heck of a game for Allstott in the circle. She allows her first hit there. Line drive single off the bat of Harper Lincoln.
Great hit there by the freshman, waiting on the off-speed pitch, punching it out into left center. And now it's North Polk's turn. See if they can get something going.
Lincoln, the freshman third baseman, has stolen 12 bags this season.
And last year for North Polk, Lincoln was really kind of that flex player at third base as an 8th grader. So now she's right in the heart of the lineup and gets things going here in the 5th.
Dillinger tries the bunt. It's foul. And strike 1. The thing about trying to steal, though, is that you've got Ellie Doster behind the plate for Fort Dodge. 0-1 is popped foul. It's not that Doster throws out a lot of runners. It's that nobody even tries. Only 9 players have attempted to steal a base off of Ellie Doster this season.
Wow. And right now, I mean, you finally have a base runner on. You don't want to make that mistake of losing that runner.
0-2 pitch is way outside.
Nice block by Doster. Keep it in front of her.
I think that's what Lincoln is doing, is just reading the pitch. She's not going to be straight stealing here. One, 2. Line foul. Dillinger stays alive.
A lot of these North Polk athletes have played together through youth ball all the way up here till high school. Tessa Dillinger's dad, a coach of that team through the years. Tessa Dillinger's grandpa, also legendary coach in the state of Iowa, a fun softball family at North Polk.
2-2 now on the left-handed hitter. North Polk just got its first hit of the contest. Harper Lincoln, solid line drive single to left field. Comets trying to follow it up here with the bottom half of their lineup. And we've got a meeting in the circle here with the full Fort Dodge infield and battery. That's that softball IQ of Ellie Doster, just knowing when she needs to go out there and talk to her team.
I'm Coach Andy Adams. I fully trust her to be the leader of this team out on the field.
2-2 is high.
Sometimes as a coach, you know there's really nothing you could say that she couldn't say just as good or even better to her teammates in situations.
And you got to know who that message is best delivered from.
Yes.
Payoff to Dillinger. Line drive, looping to right field. Sliding catch, Melina Meyer. That ball had bloop hit written all over it. but not on Meyer's watch.
And by Meyer going to her knees on that play, a very, very bold move. If she doesn't get that, those runners are moving. But nice grab by her out in right.
Reese Smithy looking for her first hit of the state tournament.
It always kind of makes you hold your breath when you see the corner outfielders leave their feet. It's dangerous, dangerous play.
Smithy takes low. Sophomore designated player for North Polk. Bats in the number 7 spot. One-0 pitch. Hit in the air, left field. Racing back is Marsh. She won't get there. It one-hops the wall. Lincoln around third. She's being waved home. No play at the plate. RBI double. Reese Smithy. And North Polk is on the board.
Smithy scores. Lincoln all the way from first. And the Comets are on the board.
An absolute shot off the bat of Smithy. Gets her team going, and she is in scoring position now herself. North Polk trying to even this thing up.
That's an extra base hit, which is brought to you by Channel Seeds. The enhanced Channel Seed brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Just the second extra base hit of the season for Reese Smithy. She gets her 13th RBI. We talk about picking your time. That's a heck of a time for just your second extra base hit of the year and your first hit of the state tournament.
An awesome hit at that. I mean, she was able to wait on that pitch, punch it out into left center field. And North Polk finally able to break the dam open, and here they come.
And it's the bottom half of their order doing the damage. Harper Lincoln, the number 5 hitter, gets a single. Reese Smithy, the number 7 hitter. And we'll see if Leah Muth can keep it going.
Between there, a nice hit by Dillinger out into right. It was caught, but nicely made contact by her as well.
After a battle at the plate, too. Here's a pop-up on the infield. Lara under it for out number 2.
Tough at bat there, swinging first pitch on the off speed. Would have liked to see her see a couple pitches, get one that she could really line out.
Ava Fielen trying to keep the momentum on North Polk's side. Runner in scoring position with 2 down. Top half of the 5th inning. North Polk now trails by a run. The pitch to Fielen is downstairs.
And Fort Dodge in their bunt and slap defense. First base actually back behind the bag. Second base, shortstop, and third all playing in.
1-0 is hit on the ground to the right side. The second baseman, Lara, tracks it down, then touches first. Score at 4 unassisted at first base as the inning comes to a close. First 2 hits and the first run of the day for North Polk, but the Dodgers stay in front by a run heading to the bottom of the 5th.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
For it's 3 strikes you're out at the whole ball game. Hey, nice job.
Tim Fitzpatrick there on the 5th inning stretch. 2-1 Fort Dodge in this elimination game at Class 4A. Taryn Rippentrop leads off the 5th for the Dodgers. And the first pitch in there for a strike.
And if you have been around the state softball tournament for as long as I have, for as long as most of us have here in the state of Iowa, Tim Fitzpatrick, a staple on the PA on this Channel Seeds field. Always fun to listen to.
Ground ball to the right side. Nice play. Fieland over to first for out number 1.
Fieland with the throw to get Rippentrop, out number 1. That'll bring up the catcher, Ellie Doster.
Ellie Doster has been on base twice today, a single and a walk. Fort Dodge had some insurance runs, had an insurance run. They needed it, as North Polk got a run in the top of the 5th inning. Dodgers looking for more insurance here in the bottom of the 5th. Ellie Doster trying to kickstart a rally. She has been so in control behind the plate. Had a really good game catching so far. And a fine day at the plate, too. A single and a walk, nothing to sneeze at. But she has the potential to kickstart a rally here for Fort Dodge.
Mallory Bird being extra careful in this at-bat. She's staying off the plate outside. Can't say that I blame her. This is not a bat I want to face late in the game.
4 for 6 in this state tournament with a pair of RBIs and a double. 2-0 well outside.
This is kind of that intentional, unintentional, but intentional walk. Like, we're going to pitch it, but it's not going to be close.
3-0 pitch is well outside.
We're not going to look like we're intentionally walking, yeah.
You still have to take the pitches.
Right.
Have the discipline. We're going to make you earn the walk. So Brooklyn Gilliland runs at first base, and Grace Nichols stands in.
Courtesy runner number 10, Brooklyn Gilliland, running at first for Doster. Courtesy. Now batting designated player, Grace Nichols.
The Dodgers of Fort Dodge ahead of North Polk 2-1. Elimination game in Class 4A to begin the day at Channel Seeds Field. The pitch to Nichols is chopped foul.
And as you mentioned, Fort Dodge, extremely important. They've gotten that insurance run to keep this 2-1 lead, but with North Polk's offense that last inning, I'm not feeling too safe with a 1-run lead if I'm Fort Dodge.
Pitch to Nichols is a strike. Ball gets away from the catcher Lucas, and Gilliland advances to second base on the pass ball. It's 0-2 on the left-handed hitting Grace Nichols. Mallory Bird has gone the distance in the circle. This one hit in the air to left field. Kadelka underneath it for the second out of the frame. And Gilliland has to stay put at second base.
Doster's spot in the lineup out there at second base. Yep.
Two down for Macy Wills. Runner in scoring position for Fort Dodge. It's been a couple innings since we've seen the Dodgers really try to draw up chaos on the base paths.
Definitely swinging away more here later in the game. And, I think part of that has to do with North Polk's defense.
100%.
Fort Dodge laid down some really nice bunts early in this game, and North Polk just took them, I would say, with ease, getting the right outs and playing the ball correctly.
0-1 is lined at Mulkey, who is there to make a nice catch. And Mallory Bird pitches around a one-out walk and strands that runner at second base. Through 5 complete innings, 2-1 Fort Dodge.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight, knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Top of the sixth, top of the North Polk order as they trail Fort Dodge 2-1. Fort Dodge built about 4 innings of momentum in this game, but was able to just scratch across 2 runs in that time. North Polk might have the momentum here, and we'll see if they can build on it in the sixth. But the part of that equation that maybe they're not taking into account, or maybe I'm not taking into account, Aubrey Allstott's still in the circle.
And she's throwing a great game for Fort Dodge. Still only 2 hits that she's given up, a single and the double. But North Polk here, top of the order. Now 3rd time through the lineup. They have all seen Allstott and what she has to offer. 6th inning now. Now is their time to really go for that offensive explosion.
Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why they are the proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing girls state softball tournament. They believe that by investing in our youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. Maddie Cleaver for North Polk. Hits it up the middle. It skips into center field, a base hit. Cleaver aggressive. First pitch swinging, and it pays off.
And Cleaver's made good contact throughout this game. 2 flyouts to left earlier. So her 3rd at bat, she knows exactly what she's looking for. Sees it first pitch, drives it out into center field.
Ava Kadelka, the batter now. First pitch from Allstott is bunted back to Allstott. She goes to first, and it's a successful sacrifice.
That's the difference there, scoring the 1 run in the last inning. Right now they're playing for 1 run. They are trying to tie this game up.
Cleaver moves to second. That brings to the plate shortstop Alex Mulkey.
Alex Mulkey due up now for the Comets. Runner in scoring position for North Polk, the 7 seed in this Class 4A.
Nice off-speed pitch.
In there for a strike.
Allstott's able to throw that pitch so well. Change up. I mean, nothing to nothing count. Comes right to it. First pitch of the at-bat.
0-1.
And back to it again.
That might be her best pitch today.
To be able to throw it as a strike back-to-back like that.
The 0-2 pitch is outside. Mulkey is hitless today. A flyout in the first, pop out in the 4th. Allstott had not given up a hit through 4 innings. And in the last inning and a third, she has given up 3 and a run. 1-2 pitch. Line drive, caught by the second baseman. Throw to second, not in time. Emerson Lara makes the nice catch, and a very fundamental play back to Allstott. Executed well, but good heads-up base running by Cleaver to get back to the bag.
Very nice job by Maddie Cleaver, making sure she finds her way back safely into second. And a hard hit ball by Mulkey.
Audrey Lucas will try to drive in that run for North Polk and tie the game here in the top of the 6th. First pitch, off the plate away, maybe a touch upstairs. That was a good-looking changeup from up here, though, and a tough pitch to take.
Back-to-back at-bats now. First pitch, going changeup.
1-0 Lucas lines it foul up the first base line.
everything that Audrey Lucas has squared up today has been right down that right field line. Have to imagine Allstott's going to go off speed again in this at-bat. Lucas has just such fast hands driving through the zone.
One. Chopper up first, gloved by Zimmerman. Race to the bag. Zimmerman wins it for out number 3. A leadoff single is stranded on second, and Fort Dodge still clinging to a 1-run lead.
Ready? Let's go.
Mom, over here. Yeah, this kind of thing can happen when you're hiking, but no worries, Mom. I can prescribe something to soothe the itch.
Unity Point Health looks at your family's health from your point of view, offering same-day appointments with expertise focused on what matters most to you. Unity Point Health. Expert care focused on you.
Located on banners throughout the complex.
Bottom of the 6th inning coming up here at Channel Seeds Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa. The 2026 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. You're watching it live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
And Mallory Bird here in the circle for North Polk has thrown a great game, given up 7 hits, but only 2 runs. She's got a phenomenal defense behind her that has played lights out this game.
Zimmerman, Aubrey Allstott, and Marsh due up in the 6th inning for the Dodgers of Fort Dodge. I love that nickname.
Love it.
So simple.
Fort Dodge Dodgers.
And truthfully, they have more claim to the name Dodgers than I think the LA Dodgers do. Do you know why the LA Dodgers have that name?
No, but I'm assuming you do.
Do you want to guess? No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So the Los Angeles Dodgers, of course, started in Brooklyn as the Brooklyn Dodgers. As Callie Zimmerman stands in, ground ball right side under the glove of Fieland, and into right field. A base hit for Zimmerman to lead off the 6th for the Dodgers. So they're the Brooklyn Dodgers. But before they're the Brooklyn Dodgers, they're the Brooklyn Trolley Dodgers. Because they, I guess if you're walking around Brooklyn in the early 1900s, I don't know when the Dodgers were started, but they moved to LA in the 50s, or early 60s. If you're walking around Brooklyn in the 20th century, you have to dodge the street trolleys.
I like the Fort Dodge Dodgers.
I like Fort Dodge Dodgers a lot better.
It's a lot more simple there.
No kidding. Oh, 1 pitch to Allstott. Hit in the air, center field. Cleaver ranges over, makes the catch. And that is out number 1. Oh, close play at first. Wow. Safe at first is Zimmerman.
I think the whole crowd in unison had a reaction to that throw. That was close.
That was a frozen rope from Cleaver back to first. Zimmerman just kind of jogging back as anyone would be. She was close to the base. But Maddie Cleaver says not so fast. She's safe. But wow, that was close. First pitch to Meg Marsh. She pulls back a bunt attempt. Marsh 0 for 2, but 2 productive at bats. RBI ground out in the 2nd inning, reached on error in the 4th. 1-0 pitch, takes a hefty hack, so bunt sign no longer on, apparently. One. Now the bunt sign is on. It's foul.
North Polk once again ready for the bunt. Perfect movement throughout the infield. Cleaver in center field, crashing in at second.
That's what's so striking to me, really, about both these teams defensively. But we've seen it a lot more for North Polk just because there's been more action on the defense. That pitch outside. Backpick to first, not in time. Is just how fundamental everything is for both of these teams. They are both very disciplined, well-coached teams, and you can see it in the way that they move on defense.
This 4A field just so fun to watch, and Coach Andy Adams going to put a runner in here. North Polk just really trying to gun down the runner at first.
And Brooklyn Gilliland comes in as a pinch runner.
Number 10, Brooklyn Gilliland will be running at first for Zimmerman. Pinch runner.
I guess just a couple plays that were too close for comfort.
I don't blame Coach Adams on that one. There was a couple of close ones over at first.
And in the pre-tournament questionnaire that the coaches submit, Andy Adams was very detailed about all of her players, including her courtesy runners, Brooklyn Gilliland, one of them. She says she's an athlete, versatile, she can play anywhere, and glides on the bases.
Love it. That's who I want running the bases for my team.
3-2 on Meg Marsh. It's low for ball 4. So Marsh with another productive plate appearance. Gilliland to second. And Emerson Lara comes to the plate with 2 on for Fort Dodge and 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Fort Dodge looking for insurance, and then they're looking for 3 more outs. Pop-up foul ground. This lands on top of the dugout.
And I just want to point out here, both runners double sliding mitt.
It's got to be a shared team mitt situation,
Has to be.
Right? But that's a lot for Nick Vinson to carry at first base. Six sliding mitts. 0-1 pitch, misses downstairs. Yeah, there's no way that many Dodgers have gone and purchased 2 sliding mitts for themselves, right?
If they have, I would hope Evo Shield would give them some sort of discount for a bulk order.
1-1 pitch. It is tapped foul.
Just a quick timeout there. That ball kind of cued off the throwing hand of Audrey Lucas behind the plate. She seems to be okay, but going to get a second to recoup.
1-2 on Lara, looking for her first hit today. The freshman in the 9-hole hits a ground ball foul up first. Another 1-2 to Lara. Is down. Tough pitch to take.
Good spot there by Bird, ahead in the count. Goes right outside the zone. Competitive pitch. Exactly what you want to see from your pitcher. Just find a way, be 1 or 2 balls off the plate. Try and get that hitter to chase.
2-2 is hit back to the pitcher, Bird, over to first, just barely beats the speedy Lara. Nice fundamental play again by this North Polk defense. Bird to Dillinger for the second out. Both runners advance into scoring position. 2 down for Hope Allstott, the leadoff hitter.
Mallory Bird lost her footing a little bit off the mound on that play. Nice job by her to take the extra step to recover and make the throw over to first. Get the sure out.
Dodgers have put traffic on the base paths again. First pitch blocked by Lucas on a ball in the dirt. So far, that chaos on the base paths has really only led to 1 run for Fort Dodge. Their second run came on a solo home run from their pitcher, Aubrey Allstott. A base hit here required for the Dodgers, you would think, barring some sort of defensive miscue that North Polk really has not shown today.
And for Mallory Bird right now, just looking to attack the zone, get a ground ball for her defense, let them work.
2-0, line drive, center field. Cleaver ranges over into the left center gap, makes the catch and retires the side. Two more runners stranded in scoring position for Fort Dodge. Can they hold on to a one-run lead for 3 more outs?
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Last chance for North Polk. They've got 3 hits in the last 2 innings after 4 hitless innings to start the game. The Comets send 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. Harper Lincoln, Tessa Dillinger, and Reese Smithy. Those 3 batters were due up in the 5th inning when North Polk did finally get the run across. Lincoln reached on a single. Reese Smithy with probably the hardest hit ball we've seen all day, besides the home run. RBI double gave North Polk their 1 run.
This is the part of the lineup you want coming to the plate. This is the part of the lineup that has shown the success off of Allstott earlier in this game. This game is far from over.
Lincoln, Dillinger, Smithy against Allstott, who has been spectacular all season long and certainly again today. Already has a win and a loss at this state tournament, looking for her 2nd win of the week and her 24th of the season. 3 hits allowed on the day, 1 walk, no strikeouts, 1 run so far. Elimination game to begin the day at 4A. The winner of this game will go on to play Carlisle. And if the winner of this game can beat Carlisle twice today, they will go to the state championship game tomorrow. The loser of this game is eliminated. Harper Lincoln 1 for 1. A single and a run scored, as well as a sacrifice bunt. First pitch, a strike over the outside edge. Oh, 1. Ground ball past Allstott to her sister. Hope Allstott is the one to throw out Lincoln for the first out of the 7th.
Some sister communication there. You better let that ball go through. I want this one. Nice play at shortstop by Hope.
Tessa Dillinger, the batter now, looking for her first hit today. Her 1 hit on the state tournament, a double. She squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes low and outside.
And Dillinger in her last at bat, that hard line drive out to right field.
1-0 is laced foul to the left side, skips off the top of the netting, and becomes a candy bar for somebody.
We've seen some good contact off the bat of Dillinger, so she's looking for her first hit, but has definitely made her presence known at the plate.
1-1 pitch is hitting the air center field. Rippentrop over, slides, can't get there. Rounding first and heading for second is Dillinger. She dives in safely with a double. The North Polk fans still have hope.
And you just felt that was coming with her previous at-bat. She's been seeing the ball so well. And that ball slightly out ahead of it, but able to punch it. Perfect placement out into the outfield.
Timeout on the field.
Fort Dodge is going out for a meeting in the circle. Andy Adams and Brianne Dries out to have a chat. Reese Smithy is at the plate. She's the one that drove in the one run for North Polk earlier today. RBI double for her first hit of the tournament, just her second extra base hit all year.
And Smithy, typically a hitter bottom of this lineup that you want to attack if you're All-Star, but I mean, you know All-Star remembers the last at-bat and that double, and right now a double ties the game. So you need to be careful in the circle, but conversation in that circle right now, just, hey, we all have the confidence in you. Throw to contact, get us contact, and we will take care of it as a defense.
One out, runner in scoring position for North Polk. Fort Dodge 2 outs away from advancing in the bracket. First pitch misses downstairs. Smithy with the bright blue batting gloves awaits a 1-0 pitch, and it's downstairs. Allstott may have found an extra tick or two on the radar gun for this at bat. She's throwing hard.
Dialing it in for the last inning of this game. She's got nothing to lose here. Attack, attack, attack.
2-0. Called strike one. Great off-speed pitch, just as I was talking about her increased velocity. She changes speeds and gets the strike.
But that's where, in those situations, I mean, throwing harder, that changeup just becomes even more effective.
Fouled off, and it's 2-2. The pitch. Downstairs. Runner goes to third and is in safely on the wild pitch.
A great read by Tessa Dillinger at second. She sees that ball into the dirt. No hesitation, takes third.
Now a long fly ball could get the job done for North Polk. Infield in for Fort Dodge.
The game plan, I mean, it just opens up. Runner at third with one out.
Payoff. Ball four.
And now, I mean, if you're North Polk here, you're in a position you can lay down a bunt. You can, look at other options aside from a single to the outfield.
Fort Dodge head coach Andy Adams.
Timeout on the field.
He is heading back to the circle.
And this is Allstott's game to finish in the circle. Fort Dodge really hasn't warmed up anyone else. This is Allstott's game to finish. And love to see her just dial it in here, find that strike zone and attack. And as a reminder, Fort Dodge is the home team. So they will have an at-bat here regardless of what happens here in the top of the seventh. If they need it, they will have an at-bat.
Long conversation out there. Andy Adams, the head coach. Brianne Drees, the pitching coach. You're right, this is Allstadt's game to finish.
Infield playing in, you can tell runner at first base not the priority on a steal, but I mean, definitely a runner you have to pay attention to because she's the go-ahead run.
Macy Wills playing way in at third base, closer to home plate than third. And the first pitch to Muth is outside. Leah Muth, a ground down and a pop out so far today.
And Fort Dodge fully expecting some small ball here.
1-0. Lined foul. If North Polk is going to lay down a bunt, they're concealing it right now.
Yes. If I'm North Polk here, I'd love to see that runner at first base move in. Fort Dodge really hasn't shown that they want to prevent that from happening. So if I'm North Polk, I'm really trying to swipe that bag right now.
1-1 is hit in the air on the infield. Hope Allstadt makes the catch. Huge second out for Fort Dodge, an unproductive out. Aubrey Allstadt and the Dodgers 1 out away.
Huge, can't be understated out in this game. Now you're back to a situation you have to have the base hit.
Ava Fieland, the freshman second baseman, will stand in for North Polk. The last chance for the Comets.
These timeouts here in the top of the 7th really just freezing the North Polk rally.
Fielen described by her head coach, Addie Ostendorf, as a triple threat in the box. She can bunt, slap, or swing away. Wouldn't anticipate a bunt being on here.
Defense is playing back, though. I mean, so do you trust the wheels? It's a bold move, but, I mean, first base now playing equal with the base. Third still playing in, though, so it'd be tough to beat out. But if you can catch them sleeping, it's not off the table at any point.
First pitch misses high. North Polk on the brink of elimination. One final chance with a runner on third. The 1-0. Ground ball, right side. Lara gets there, throws to Zimmerman, and Fort Dodge survives.
In North Polk, it just felt like that was going to be the inning. They were going to even things up here, but Fort Dodge survives on their defense. What a fun game to start the day on the 4A field.
A pitcher's duel is won by the pitcher Aubrey Allstadt, both in the circle and at the plate. Her home run, the difference for Fort Dodge, as the Dodgers advance for a rematch with Carlisle at 2:45 on this field. And if Fort Dodge can beat Carlisle twice today, they'll be heading to the state title game tomorrow night. We'll head it down, send it down to the field for the award ceremony as North Polk is recognized for their berth to the state championship.
Title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards are members of the IGHSAU staff. At this time, we would like to congratulate the North Polk Comets and head coach Abby Ostendorf on an outstanding season. Now we'd like to recognize our quick star of the game from the Dodgers, pitcher Aubrey Allstadt. Aubrey's outstanding performance earns her the honor of advancing her team on the bracket. Thanks to Quick Star for their support of the IGHSAU. Congratulations, Dodgers. You advance on.
One more time, our final score in the first game of the 4A bracket.